to anyone who's joining. I'm doing some free tarot readings today, so if you want to post your questions in the comments, or if you would just like a general read, please let me know. I'm an energy reader, so like I say, we can look at, I don't look at health or pregnancy, but anything else, absolutely let me know. Like I say, just post whenever you're ready, post your questions in the comments. I'm just waiting for a few more people to jump in and join us. I've just gone live now. But thanks for everyone who's joining. Just waiting for people to come through now. But please do post your questions in the comments. Sabrina, I'm a bit confused to make a decision. Do you want me to just pull a card on? Do you want to be any more specific, or I can just pull a message through for you from Spirit if you like regarding this confusion? Hi everyone who's joining. Just a message, Sabrina. Okay, this is for you. A message for Sabrina, please, Spirit, regarding this situation that's bringing a confusion. If you can bring a message of clarity for Sabrina, please, Spirit. For Sabrina. So we've got the Four of Wands, and this talks about stability. So if this is whatever area that it pertains to for you, so it could be work, or if it's a relationship, because we do have two people here in the picture, well, represented by two birds. But the Four of Wands it's a very positive card. It brings positive energy, and what it brings a message of is it's about the stable and the security route. It talks about commitment as well, so making a commitment to something. But the Four Wands represents, if we think of like the square shape, that's like a stable foundation to start to sort of be the catalyst of whatever direction that you want to go in, Sabrina. It also encourages you brings a message that you're actually achieved more than maybe how you feel, and it reminds you to celebrate the successes along the way. So enjoy the journey. If you're sort of striving for a particular goal in mind, then it does say that you're actually further ahead down this road of success than you might think. But this card, let's say, it's all about stability, it's earth energy, so committing to something. I hope that helps. Just going to see the next question. I just read who I'm drawn to with these free readings. And just to let people know as well, I don't do yes/no questions. I'm an energy reader, so it's more just to look at the energy surrounding the issue that's on your mind, that's on your heart. So just to be advisory about that. Nora, I can look at finances and abundance for you. Nora, this is for you. Oh God, this card just jumped out for you there. Five of Pentacles. So this is about some kind of loss or disappointments, feeling. This could be where you're coming from, Nora. So this feeling of lack. And what it always brings a message with five is that you will come out of this. So even if it might feel like a real struggle at the minute, you're actually a lot closer to things changing for you. What it's about at this point is, however small that it feels like that your resources, is try not to stay into those, don't feed into those feelings of lack and anxiety. It can be obviously difficult to do this, but this is what Spirit brings a message. If you are a manifester, or that's something that you could look into, is to move into that state, that mindset of abundance and that feeling of having enough. And it's about building on what you do have and defending what you do have. I'm just going to see what's beyond this loss and Nine of Cups, you see, which is about in the future you will feel there will be a change. This is about feeling content, about feeling satisfied. The sooner you can move into that kind of mindset and that kind of feeling, even if your 3D isn't presenting that to you, even if you're feeling in financial lack, don't feed into those feelings. Try to move into a mindset of abundance and trust the process, and then you will move into more contentment and more satisfaction, and things will improve. I hope that helped. Let's see who's next. You can have a reading, just pop your questions in the, I'll just work through, like I say, I'll read who I'm drawn to, but by all means just pop your questions in the, no problem, Nora, I hope that helped. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the next question. Can I have a look at the energies? Anna, will let you sell your house quickly, please? Like I said, I don't do yes, no, but I can have a look at the energies surrounding the house selling, if it's going to go smoothly and quickly, or if there might be some obstacles. Process of selling the house. The Devil energy. So this is a major arcana, so this really just signifies that this is, it's kind of a big deal. It's a big process. It's a transformation. If you have a tendency, this is something about cutting, this sort of seems obscure answer almost to your question, but it's about cutting ties with like old negative habits, and it's almost like through this process that there's something about that you are breaking through and breaking free. So I do see that emotions could run high, and this could be quite an intense process, but it feels very cathartic. And maybe you've had some negative experiences even in where that you've lived, or something, or trouble with where you've lived, and it's about cutting ties to the past. And it's almost like it might be a bit of it require a lot of emotional strength to sort of push through, but you are breaking ties, and in somehow not to repeat, if you're sort of a worrier, or certain habits maybe for you that tendencies that you have, like negative behaviors or habits that you might have a tendency to repeat. This is an opportunity to not do that, and that will help you through this process the easiest. But I do see, like I say, emotions running high, but it feels like an important transformation and a cathartic process. I hope that resonated for you. Let's see who's next. Job interview for, just trying to read your username there. I have a job interview tomorrow and have a bid for a house this week. That's 2 questions. I don't know if I'll have a look for the job interview of the energy surrounding that for you. Coil, job interview for Coil. Hi to everyone who's joining. Thanks for being here. If you give me a like and a follow, that would be greatly appreciated. But thank you all for being here. I'm just going to work through people who I'm drawn to. If you want to post your questions in the comments. Coil, this is about the job interview for you. Queen of Pentacles, really positive card to come through. This is you showing up in a really positive way and being viewed in someone who is very capable. It's about someone who's able to, it also can be about financial success and financial increase. So I do see a positive outcome on this interview. Show up as understand how capable that you are. You have the skill, you have the talent to be able to fulfill this position. That's like without question. And I see you being able to show up and present that as well, and be sort of on point and on mark and in your power here as the Queen of Pentacles. She is very worldly wise, the Queen of Pentacles, excellent multitasker. Like I say about financial abundance, this cow here does represent abundance. It's a sacred animal in many cultures. We see her adorned with this gold crown here as well. So just go in, have the confidence that you absolutely can do this and are capable, and I see you being viewed in a positive light. And like I say, also financial abundance here being a part of this process. Hope that helped. Thank you for the rose. Happy days. I'm going to see, Cece, how does the rest of the summer look for me? Thank you for the roses, guys. Cece, how does the rest of the summer look for you? Let's see what comes through. How does the rest of the summer look for Cece? What's coming through? Spirit, please. Three of Pentacles. This card's all about working together, so some kind of collaboration. This could be through work, or it could be about a side project for you, or even about friendships, but there's something to be gained from even maybe who we might find challenging, like those people around us who we don't naturally necessarily gel with. But it's going to be in your best interest, CC, for the near future, for the rest of this summer, for you to work with those people the best that you can. And this will work in your favour. So don't feel that you're sort of sacrificing something by kind of putting up with difficult people or letting yourself down, if that makes sense, by working alongside these people. I see you gaining something. This could be about financial growth, just with it being Pentacles here, or it could be just about progressing. Even it can be about progressing socially in some ways, like meeting people who will be influential to you, or if it is work, you progressing in your career by making that effort to work with people. And like I say, that you'll get the best outcome. I hope that resonated. Just going back through the questions. Thank you. Is that Sapphire? Thanks for the roses. Can I see your question, Sapphire? I don't know if you've posted a question. Please do if you haven't already, or I've missed it. Happy days, new business. Let's have a look at that. Happy days, new business. Hi Sapphire, is that Sapphire? Yeah, I hope I'm reading that right. A general guidance. I'll do you next. I think that's Sapphire. After the new business card there, this is for you if you're still here. New business, happy days. Happy days, new business. What energy is surrounding happy days, new business, please? Spirit, what energy? What's the best approach? Queen of Wands, very positive read. This is you, this is your energy, happy days. Queen of Wands is very charismatic. This card is also wands represent, it's like the fire element, so it's all about inspired action and taking risks. But I see this as very encouraging from Spirit, that you are very capable, as a queen, that she is established in many ways, has the skill. Queen of Wands is also very creative, so this could be a project that you brings out your creativity, but it's somewhere that you can express your passions, and really it's just about being in your power. This is just a very positive, very encouraging card from Spirit, like off to a positive start if you can stay in this power. And if you can stay in this energy. You might be a fire sign or have that a lot in your astrological chart, strong placements, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. But it's about getting projects off the ground and putting that effort in, but also inspired action. So don't burn yourself out. Instead, make strategic moves is better than just working and just trying to make something happen through pure effort. Allow inspired action to drive you and make the right decisions and be strategic. But you are charismatic, people will be drawn to you, and you are a natural leader. So know that and take that forward with you. Happy days. Hope that helped. Thank you for the rose. Sapphire, general reading for you. This is for you, general energy. Message for Sapphire, please. Hope I'm getting that username right. Message from Spirit, please. For Sapphire, just a general read. Seven of Swords. This comes with a message that... So this is either you or someone close to you. Seven of Swords is like trying to get away with something, not being straight with someone, can be in some ways deceitful kind of energy, trying to go under the radar and get away with something and not being upfront. We see this sort of panther here who represents, it's like being sneaky, really sneaky energy. So I don't know if that resonates with someone who you have that kind of feeling about your intuition, if they give that kind of, you're talking to someone. Okay, so it could be their energy that maybe they're not being totally upfront with you about something. Okay, not sure if you trust him. So if your intuition is already giving you warning signs maybe, then this card would be to continue to kind of watch that space, obviously, and maybe stay guarded, keep your guard up and give it some time. Let's see how best that you can approach this situation. Yeah, the Magician. This is you. You're a powerful person. You're a powerful manifester. I don't know if you already direct your energies and sort of focus on that, but you certainly could have very positive results. But you're able to draw to you. I would say that, you know, continue to imagine your ideal person, put your energies into that and watch this space with that person. And obviously you need to trust your intuition in this. But the Magician, if a relationship is something that you're really striving for and desiring and wanting, then hold that space. You know, don't settle, don't waste your energy on someone if it doesn't feel right, because you're actually a very powerful manifester and can draw towards you and things that you desire towards you. You have that ability. I hope that helped. Too kind and like to see the best in people. Yeah, absolutely. And there's no shame in that at all, but it's just, I think Spirit just brings that message not to, when we're like that as well, not to waste our energy on people who don't value it or deserve it. So I would say move forward with caution with this person. Let's see who's next, guys. You're really welcome there, Sapphire, for that reading. Sorry, I know I will have missed people. Bryony, love reading. If you're still here, Bryony, this is for you, love reading. Let's see what energies come through for Bryony, please, Spirit. Bryony, focusing on love. Just post your messages again if I've missed you guys, and I'll just try and work through as best I can. Bryony, love reading. Queen of Pentacles, beautiful card to come through. This is what first comes to mind for me here, Bryony, is that I feel like you're in a good position. So even if you may be in a connection with someone, or you may be wanting to draw that towards you, but I feel like that you have a lot to offer with the Queen of Pentacles. This is someone, like I spoke with, this card came out earlier, adorned with these beautiful flowers, very abundant energy, glowing in a way is what I'm feeling, glowing, and it's like you're in a very good position to allow love to come through to you. And as well, I feel like that someone could be viewing you like this as well. So they view you in a very positive light. They view you as someone who has a lot to offer. That this connection, like you might already be aware of this person, or they could be coming through. Let's have a look at who is coming through. And their energy, Five of Wands. This talks, interestingly, Five of Wands is more about someone maybe who you've had conflict with. So I don't know if things are up in the air, or if you've had harsh cross words said with someone. But there's some kind of, at the minute, this talks about, it can be about arguments and disagreements, and also internal kind of thinking one thing and then going, should I reach out, shouldn't I, those kind of back and forth questions as well. So could be that's their energy. So this conflict could be with you, or they could be caught up in that kind of energy at the moment. But I see that someone already, you might be aware of them, like I say, views you in a very positive light. And if you have had conflicts with someone, always with the Five, this talks about things blowing over. So it's not like some deep, long-lasting issue. The wave will pass and the trouble will pass, and you'll be able to move on. I hope that helped. Rabina, will Paul and I get back together? Exactly the situation. Thanks for confirming that, Bryony. Exact situation, Min, but it sounds like there's hope for the future. Yeah, well, always with the Five, Bryony, it's like, it's funny, it has this energy where it feels like a really big deal and maybe, the end of a connection, but it's actually that it blows over, and you can look back on it and think, I don't know why we were arguing in the way that we were. And with the Queen, you appearing as the Queen of Pentacles, that's very reassuring in the sense that ultimately that they see you, in a very positive light. With it being Queen of Pentacles, it's about the card of commitment and long-standing connections. So definitely still very hopeful. Rabina and Paul, I'm having a look regarding the energy surrounding you getting back together. The energy surrounding Rabina and Paul, please, Spirit. Nine of Pentacles. At the minute, this is, because the Nine is about having to take some time out to reflect. We see this bear who is almost like in hibernation mode, time for reflection. And there is a stubbornness that I feel about this card with this as well. So I don't know if this is how you're feeling or how they're feeling. Take what resonates. But at the minute they are closed off. Someone in this connection is still closed off to opening up to this. But at the minute it's just like that. It's almost like this isolation time or this separation time. It doesn't mean that it's going to waste. It just means that it can be some necessary time for reflection before to allow things to be different. Let's see what the future energies. So Rabina, I don't know if you're feeling closed off or if it's them. So this is the Death card, which is the card of transformation. So like I say, how at the moment the energy is stuck and still shut down. but this is part of a transformation. The Death card, we see this owl here, which represents wisdom, and it's allowing this transformation to happen in a way. So don't try to force this issue. If you are in separation, allow this space to learn and grow in your own way separately before returning with like a fresh start and a new beginning. Death being the end of this cycle, the end of this way of being, to allow space for the new. I hope that helped. No problem, Rabina. There's the need for reflection is what I see, to allow things to be different. I hope that helps. Hi Janae, or Jeanette, sorry, I'm not sure. Is there any, what is that, Saron username? Is there any future between you and Abel? Let's have a look. What is the future energies? Jeanette and Abel, please. Queen of Wands. Hopeful card, positive card. This is about, I still see them seeing you as very attractive, very charismatic. Also with the Queen of Wands, what comes to mind with this is that I feel like that you hold the power in this situation, maybe even if you feel like you don't at the moment. But if you would feel, it's like you are, with the Queen of Wands, is a natural born leader, is like, has that leadership energy. So it's a bit like you having to take control of the situation and drive this. So it's not about forcing the issue again, it's about inspired action. But does that make sense to you that, you know, this is fire energy again? I don't know if you're a fire sign, it could be prominent in your chart. But it's, so Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. But it's about you taking control of this. I'm going to have a look at their energies. They're much more, so this Queen of Swords energy is someone who is more analytical, who has a tendency to overthink, is cautious, treads carefully. They are very detail orientated as well, and they are loyal in their nature. They are committed when they're involved in something. They are committed. But to move this forward, this kind of Queen of Energies, I feel it's like I'm drawn to this wand. It's like you're having to grasp the nettle, take the wand in order to move things forward, if that feels right, if that's what your intuition tells you, or wait until that it does. It's about inspired action here. I hope that helps. Let me just have a look who's next. Laura, does Florian love you? Like I say, I don't do yes, no's, but I can certainly look at the energies between you and Florian. So I'm going to do that now. Like I say, guys, I don't do yes, no questions. I'm an energy reader, so I can look at the energy surrounding you and a person, you and a situation. Hope that helps, just when you're posting your questions. One moment, I'm just going back to this question. Florian, energies between Laura and Florian. Please, Spirit, energies between Laura and Florian. I hope I'm saying that right. 8 of Wands. This is fast moving energy. This is news coming in. So I would say, I know you said if he loved you or not, like say I can't, it's not like a yes, no answer energy, but what I see the energy between you two is that it will pick up. So if you've been waiting on news, waiting on movement, we look at this bird who is sweeping in, the 8 of Wands, and like I say, so if things have felt stagnant, if you felt anxious about it, you can expect that to change. Things will pick up, things will go in the direction, I feel like, more that you want it to do, and things will start moving fast. So hang on to your hat, hang on to your center when that does happen, Laura, because the will, like I say, if things have felt stagnant, it's going to move fast, and that energy, news, information, maybe there'll be a conversation here that will push things forward, or just that more energy is coming into this situation. Florian's actions towards you, planning, talking, all that good stuff will be coming in, and will be coming in at a fast pace. So I hope that helps. Iman, does Faisal have feelings for me, please? Energy between you currently, absolutely. Iman and Faisal, please, the energy between them. Spirit. The Wheel of Fortune, this is Major Arcana. This is, bear with me one second. This is getting the outcome that you desire. So it's about luck and things going in your favour, good fortune. So we push the wheel here. Sometimes it can feel like a lot of effort, pushing the wheel, wondering if things will ever change. Will things, feeling maybe that things haven't been going in your favour, things have been, the energy between you, things have been working against you. So this could be external environments, influences, or it could be Faisal's energy towards you, that things have felt a struggle. But at some point, it's almost like this inevitable change that has to come. The wheel turns, and then things become easier, things become smoother, the energy shifts. But there's a big connection here with it being a Major Arcana. There's a strong connection here. And I feel like when this shift happens, it could change the path, the direction of your life in many ways. But certainly the energy getting easier, things will become smoother, and it will feel a lot less effort is required. And it's like a change of luck and a change of fortune for you. So I hope that helps. Positive card there for you. Thank you for the gifts, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Just working through. Sorry if I've missed you. Thanks, Ben, there is it, for the... Can you check the energy between me and the guy I'm seeing now? Darina, this is for you. And then Ben, I'll look at you. Darina, the energy between you and your person. Darina, this is for you. Spirit, please, message for Darina. Oh, this card wants to come out. Beautiful card, the Empress, a lot of potential here. This is, I believe, how they view you in a positive light. The Empress is someone who's really got it together in a way. They sort of have everything in some ways. The Empress is all the queens combined. So Queen of Wands, Swords, all the suits is combined. So it's like she is someone who can have a lot of influence on someone. Big feelings, positive feelings here. This is about you, also the need to sort of nurture this connection. The Empress represents Mother Earth in many ways, in the sense of like allowing it to have time to grow. It's like the divine feminine energy. So even if it, again, like not forcing the issue or allowing it to grow and to nurture it and put in that effort and allow it space to breathe, allow it space to grow. But there is huge potential here. Look at this beautiful blossom in the background here, the magic that is present. So that's almost, I'm drawn to that as like the spark between you and this person. It is a Major Arcana again, which talks about the potential for, like, this is a deep connection and the potential is there. So potential to go the distance, I would say, but as long as you can nurture it and don't try to force it, it somehow needs to have that, to be protected and nurtured, and that gentle approach. I hope that helps. I hope that resonates, makes sense. Let's see, Ben, I believe, let's see what, I'm just going back to your your question. Ben. Will I get the job? Let's say, oh, thank you, resonates. That's perfect, Darina. Then, like I said, I don't do yes/no questions, guys. I'm an energy reader, so I can look at the energy surrounding you and the situation. So I can see, and then we can sort of take it from there if it looks to be prosperous or, the energy's stagnant, for example, something like that. But Ben, this is you and the job. You and the new job. If it's an interview that you're having, I'm just checking here. Sorry, I don't want to get it wrong. Will I get the job? Ben, this is for you. Spirit, message for Ben regarding this job. The Hermit. This is interesting. This is... The energy about this is sort of like a... It's a major arcana, and it's about... The energy is about solitude and about being isolated in some way. But we've got the Spider here, which is about building a network and a web as well, which is like making connections. Does this job, would you be working as part of a team, or would you be, would it be like a job where you'd be in isolation? This is just out of interest to see kind of what message is coming through there, Ben. Just going to pull another one for confirmation with this. NHS ambulance driver. Ten of Swords. So this is, I don't know if this tells me, this is maybe a comment on if you have been in a time of isolation and solitude and needing to reflect. It's saying that that's been valuable. The Ten of Swords tells me that if you've been through difficult, painful time as well, that soon what's coming in is the end. This is ending, so the worst has happened. So that tells me that a new cycle is on the horizon. So that is hopeful. So this could potentially talking about if you've had, struggles. I'm glad that resonated for you. So this is really good to see. Ten of Swords, worst has happened, end of the cycle. Not to discount this Hermit energy. Maybe you're someone as well who needs time to carve out, to be on your own, to reflect and take you in the right direction as well, and that will guide you, and maybe that's took you through this difficult period as well, and not to... Maybe that's something that you'll always need as well, and that's just a guidance, extra bit of guidance. Thanks for the confirmation, Ben. Let's see who is next, if you just bear with me. Thanks everyone for being here. What I'll do is I'm going to do, anyone I miss, I'm going to do a collective reading at the end as well, collective message I like to end with. Sorry, I'm just trying to get to the questions. Alexandra, I've seen you a few times. Will my new venture be successful? I'll just do one question there, Alexandra, because it's just one question per person at the moment, if that's all right. So I'll just have a look at, will your new venture be successful for Alexandra? Let's have a look at the energies surrounding Alexandra and her new venture, please, Spirit. Eight of Swords. This is a card of feeling worried, feeling anxious, and Spirit, always what brings this card is that if you could gain a different perspective, then you'll actually see that these fears and worries are unfounded. But it's about the message and the need to get out of your head and somehow manage those anxieties, and this will sort of clear the pathway for you, Alexandra, is what I'm seeing. So your fears and worries are unfounded. It's almost like how, I mean, I know that's easy to say. I know it's like when you're worrying, things like starting a new project, which are, yeah, so important, aren't they? Like taking a risk. But it's like you've lost your confidence, yeah. So it's like our minds put us in our own, sort of imprison us, can't they, with our own worries. So it's about understanding that, and that you are heading in the direction, taking this risk and allowing if you can get out of your head, more into your heart energy. I don't know if you meditate, that can be really helpful about managing anxieties, or if it's going to the gym, talking to people, loved ones, somehow getting that anxiety out to be able to process it. And this will help you open the path really to a much smoother road ahead, and try not to think the worst, and shift that mindset and build that confidence again. I hope that helped. Just getting the cards set there. Please can I have a card, Leslie? This is for you. General read, Leslie, would you like? Oh, sorry, my messages just seem to freeze there. What's this? Meg, high risk of ban. Is that just spam? Leslie, this is for you. Oh, hold on 1 second. I just had to block someone there, sorry. I was just getting spammed. Leslie, this is for you. Moving on, general reading here. General message for Leslie, please, Spirit. The World, beautiful card. Getting lots of major arcanas coming through today, which tells me energy is high, big sort of issues going on, big adventures happening at the minute. But with the World card, this talks about a certain cycle is closing out. Leslie, something that is demanded, obviously with this bee, something that's demanded a lot of effort and a lot of work from you. You could be feeling burnt out, I always think when I see this as well, but it's like reaching an achievement by reaching this place where you find yourself, if you feel it or not, if you feel like dissatisfied by a situation. But actually Spirit has said that this work and effort will pay off. But it's also about a cycle ending and a cycle closing out, and needing to leave behind in the past what no longer serves you. So if that's people, places, just behaviours or energy, but it's about leaving that in the past and making way, leaving a space, creating a space for something new, for new energy to come through for you as well. Positive new experiences or a new cycle. So that can be new relationships, new job, or just a new approach and a new perspective. So whatever resonates for you. Thanks, Ben. Yes, this is the Guardian of the Night Tarot that I'm using. So we're all sort of nature based, which is beautiful. But Leslie, I hope that helps. But sort of a big shift for you there, or a new cycle coming in, a new beginning. Let's see. Just going back. Curly Whirly, have you posted your question, Curly Whirly? Post it again if I've missed you. Glad it resonated, Leslie. Amy, will me and Dan get back together? Energy between you and Dan. Just doing that now. Oh, Curly, can you just post your question again? I'm sorry because I can't scroll all the way back. Thank you so much for the gifts, everyone. This, Amy, I'm just doing yours first, and then I'll do Curly's. Energy between Amy and Dan, please, Spirit. Amy and Dan. Ten of Wands. So this is, the tens always represent, so Ten of Wands can be about that things have been a struggle. We see these salmon here that are fighting upstream, and it's demanded, say, a lot of effort. This could be on both sides, or it could have felt, but it talks about a struggle and being on a struggle and feeling like you've reached that point where you've really had enough of it being a certain way. Like, say, this could be you, or it could be on both sides, so take what resonates. But with the 10, it talks about the end of that struggle. It's like being able to put a burden down and leave that in the past, and an easier energy begins to come through. So maybe like having to reach that point of having enough of this struggle in a way, like if you've had ongoing difficulties that maybe like something repeating, you know, like the same issue coming round and round again. And this talks about in some ways having a breakthrough with that and finally being able to sort of put it down and let it rest, and then that bringing through a better energy here, this King of Wands, which is a warm, loving energy. King of Wands is, like, see this lion here who is, it's like that passion and can come back. It's a more, it becomes, the struggle can end, and this warm, passionate, the magic can come back into this connection. So very hopeful, positive card. And if that resonates about that struggle, Amy, like I say, I see you shifting into this King of Wands energy. Again, this could represent a fire sign, if one or both of you are that. The King being, you know, potentially Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, or that being prominent in their chart. JLL, did you... Oh God, I'm sorry, Curly, sorry, this is your question next. Will Darren be in touch again? Let's have a look. Like I say, I don't do yes/no questions, but I'll look at the energy between you and Darren. Everyone who's here, just to let you know, I know I've said this a few times, I'm an energy reader, so I don't do yes/no questions, but I do look at energies between you and a situation, you and a person. Curly, this is for you, Spirit. Queen of Cups. This tells me there are a lot of deep emotions going on here in this union, Curly. So I feel like it's about, there will be a reconnection. There's some kind of deep dive going on here. So if you're feeling a lot of emotions, it's about, it's okay to feel those emotions and process them, but to work on also not being overwhelmed by them and kind of doing the right thing, if that makes sense. The Emperor, that looks like to be that this is their energy. So Darren, the Emperor, is still, what's going on with them is the Emperor is there, which wants to be in control. So that's what's kind of at the forefront, or maybe what's most important to them. They may be fearful in this connection of giving that up, or feel somehow that maybe that's what it's required the way through this. 10 of Wands, if there's some conflict here, again, like this, it's about putting the struggle down. Are you able to leave what difficulties in the past, if there have been here? But there are big emotions here on both sides. The Emperor is a major arcana, so that this situation is on his mind, I believe. But at the minute, that it's just to be, you might already be aware of them as their character, but they are someone who likes to feel in control and likes to be in control, so that's informing their actions. I hope that helped, offered some clarity. Thank you so much for the gifts, Ms. R. I'll get to you. Let's see who. JLL, have I... Thank you so much, Curly. I'm glad that resonated. Let's see. JLL, are you here? Did you post a question? Post it if I've missed you. I'm just going to move on to who's next. Jordan, am I right in thinking that this is what it is? Liked and share. Thank you. Am I right in thinking that this is what I think it is? That's like a complicated question, Jordan. I can, whatever's on your mind, I can pull a card now, so it just be a message from Spirit and it might make sense to you. JLL, I don't know if I've answered your question or if you've posted one. Please post it again if I missed it. It's so hard to keep track of, sorry. Thank you, Miss R. Jordan, this is for you. Six of Cups. This card is about nostalgia. So someone is looking back on a situation and is feeling some kind of longing, wanting to go back to the past. Somehow it's like there is some sadness in this card as well, because it's like looking fondly back on a happier time, memories. Connection here between, this is about a connection with someone, maybe love and romance, that this can be about, Jordan. But it's about what I can just bring from this message. Obviously your question was quite vague, but this card is about that someone is regretting something that maybe has happened, wanting to go back in the past, wanting to go back to a time before maybe certain events happened. So I hope that helped. JLL, Bridget, I still have love for my man. I can look at the energies, Miss R, between you and your person. JLL, message about you and your person. Message from Spirit for JL, please. Four of Cups. So this is about, someone in this connection, this is about some kind of loss and disappointment, feeling like there's not enough here, or maybe that someone doubts that if they're enough for this connection, and kind of being stuck in that energy. And what they don't see is there is actually this other cup. So this talks about unfinished business. This talks about there being more potential in this connection that isn't being seen. So it could require a change of perspective, a change of how you communicate with each other, a different viewpoint, and shifting out of this. So if it's someone's self-worth, I always think with this card, that can be causing issues in this connection. And, people can act in very strange ways when they don't feel like they're enough for a situation. They can kind of act out and act in ways that cause pain. And this is going to require a different viewpoint and a different way of being. But there is more to this story. There is unfinished business with this. And it's about, like I say, shifting out of that lack energy and that not feeling enough, and trying to focus on this other cup, which is almost like it's like a different way of doing things. I hope that helped. Hold on, TikTok is just asking me to verify who I am, so just hold those questions. Right, let's see who's next. Thanks everyone for being here, really appreciate it. Have I missed anyone? I'm sure I've missed lots of people, but anyone? Harmony, are me and Jay going to get back together and grow a strong connection? Let me have a look at the energies for Harmony. Harmony, are me and Jay going to get back together? Message for Jay and Harmony, please. What are the energies surrounding? Six of Pentacles. So this is about, in order to move forward, in the right direction, Harmony. So this says that yes, there is the potential for a connection to happen, for a reconnection, but what's required is balance. So it's about there being equal give and take. The Six of Pentacles is all about reciprocity. So there being balance. So something is out of whack, or maybe has been before in the past, and that's what's caused a breakdown in this connection. So in order to change, in order to have long-lasting commitment and to be successful, Harmony, it's going to require a look at the give and take and how you operate like that together, and making sure that it's balanced. And if you need to sort of speak out on that, or put boundaries down for that, or somehow not demand, that's kind of the wrong word, but lay out the rules, so to speak, to make sure that you're not, if it's you maybe who has been overgiving or vice versa, there needs to be balance in order for this to be successful. I hope that helps. Pam, are A and I meant to remain together? One second, so just technical issues. Pam. Let's have a look at the energies surrounding Pam and A, please, Spirit. Temperance, beautiful card, Major Arcana, strong energies between you, potent energy, strong connection. This is going to require some patience. It's the need for harmony to be restored. And it's really about taking a very gentle approach to this and not trying to force the issue, Pam. It may take some time for this to happen, for you to get into this good place. And if you're okay about that, to wait, to kind of commit to that, to allow for this to unfold sort of naturally. But like I say, it's about focusing on peace. It's about focusing on harmony. It is possible. But patience is required, and I suppose that's up to you. If your intuition sort of tells you, is that worth it? Are you in for the long haul and the commitment? I'm just going to see what a bit more. Yeah, Two of Swords. It's kind of seeing that it's like someone is in a tricky position. So if that resonates for you, we see this frog who's like perched on this sword here, and it's like being put in an uncomfortable position. And it also talks about a decision, so having to make a decision and go down a certain pathway. So I don't know if it's you or if this is the other person who maybe is in their head and not sure what the right decision is to make. You may be faced with a decision if it's you to move forward back into this connection, like I say, if you are willing to wait and have that patience. So you might be stuck in your head at the minute. Spirit would say it's okay to give yourself time. It is a tricky position that you find yourself in. It's not a kind of a straightforward situation in some ways. It's not like, you know, and if it's with someone you say you need to get out of that situation or something like that, it is complex. So ultimately, you know, trust your instincts, but there is potential for harmony there, but it will take time. Hope that helped. I'm glad it resonates. Thanks for confirming, Pam. Very welcome. Blooming Soul Path. Thank you for the gifts. Have you popped your question here? Please do post it if I've missed it. Oh, that's you, Pam. Sorry. Sorry. Thank you. Anita? Thank you, B. Anita, will H contact you soon? I can have a look at the energies that I say. Well, energy reader, so not really yes, no questions, but I just look at the energy between you and a person, you and a situation, take it from there. Anita and your person, let's have a look. Six of Wands. Beautiful card. This is a card of victory, so it's a very positive indication that things will move forward in the direction that you would hope for, that you would like. It's some kind of acknowledgement maybe that you've been waiting for. It's being viewed positive light. We see this person who's sort of like raised up on a platform. But this whole card, Six of Wands, is just a card of victory, so of success. And, you know, if you were going to do yes or no's, then this would be a yes. The Wands is about what inspires you, kind of what you love. It talks about passion. And like I say, this is a card of success, so very encouraging card, very straight to the point kind of card that this is as well. So I hope that helps, and it's very encouraging to see. Thanks so much for the gifts, everyone. Let's see who's next. B, am I wasting my time with Lati? Let's have a look. B, this is for you. Comment B and Lati, please. What's the energy surrounding B and Lati? Let's have a look. Four of Pentacles. Okay, so this card is about, it's like, this can be a card about, it's about security, so holding on to your security and your stability. So if this person is taking away your peace, then, you know, it potentially is not worth your time with that. Or if it feels like, is it a kind of settling energy, a fear? This can be about a bit of a fear about of taking a risk for more and holding on what you have very tightly, because you can be fearful of not getting more than what you have. It's almost like that lack mentality again, of feeling scared to take a risk, to go for more. So what I would say is Spirit is coming in to ask you the question, does this person, do they make you feel safe and offer stability or not? You know, if that's something, you can't let someone take your peace from you. And does it feel like you're settling? Now the answer could be no, because it could be 4 is about like a sort of solid foundation, like I say, security. But Spirit, I suppose it is raising the question of if you are settling in some ways here. 9 of Swords is again about anxieties, worries, and that these are unfounded. So what is it that you're worrying about? What is that fear? This brings in the card from Spirit, says that this is unfounded fears. Again, is that you won't meet someone else maybe. I don't know, it doesn't give me any attention at all. It does make you feel safe. So yeah, it's just about not settling, I would say, and taking the risk, even if that means if you don't feel like you want to cut off this connection, maybe follow up connections with other people as well. I don't know how, if you're exclusive or you know what the dynamic is, but maybe try to break out of that this is your only option. That's not true. If that's how it makes you feel, that this is your only option, that's not true. These fears and worries that you're having are unfounded. Like say that this is maybe your only option again. I hope that helped. Let's see who is next. Alicia has HA moved on from you. Alicia, this is for you. Oh God, card popped out here. 10 of Pentacles. This card, I would say, would say that you are still on their mind. 10 of Pentacles, interestingly, it's about long-term commitment actually, and about it's really a card about having it all. It's about another card of success. So it's about, you know, whatever that would look like to, obviously it varies of what living the dream looks like, varies from person to person, but this is about what people's future ambitions are. So, you know, having the car, the house, the family, whatever your person's ambition is, that I still see that you are an intricate part of that for them. They still see you in that picture. So when I see them sort of imagining their future, and still you're still a part of that. We see these bees sort of all part of this hive, this like working together. It's about teamwork, you know, spiritual family, even that kind of energy. So this gives me like a very clear idea in the sense of that there's still potential in this connection, there's still a future, because this card is all about long-term commitment. So if you still see that person, you know, in your future, when you imagine your dream life, you know, having it all, are they in your visualization, are they in your picture? Question to ask yourself, because you are in theirs, and then maybe make your decision from there of how that would inform you to move forward. I hope that helps. Let me see. Leanne. Thank you for the roses. Is that the end of the relationship? Leanne, I'll have a look at energies between you and your person, Leanne. Is it the end? Page of Swords. New information will come through. Page of Swords is sometimes, because it's a page, it can talk about some kind of immaturity. So I don't know if you're experiencing that from their side, that they're sometimes that harsh words have been said without thinking. But the Page of Swords is like that it's still on their mind, they're still thinking about it, even if it's like they're almost sort of arguing their own head. That's what I'm sort of feeling like. They're sort of having an argument in their own head about this situation. But the Page of Swords tells me that it's also all about new information coming in. So I feel like there's information that you might have missed or that will come through. So this could be an opening up of communication, another conversation that's going to happen. So you will have the opportunity, I think, to talk things through and communicate again, and then kind of take it from there of what would be the outcome of that conversation. If you might walk away from that feeling like you might feel different from how you feel now. It's either going to move you forward or bring you closure. That's what I feel like. But there is a conversation that is coming and new information, new communication on the way. But they're also still there's a bit of immaturity around their energy that I'm picking up on, Leanne. I hope that helps. So just kind of be mindful of that maybe going into it. Tracy, thank you for the gifts. I'm trying to find your question, Tracy. Should I move on from Jason? Let's have a look. Tracy. I'm coming off soon, guys. So I'll just try and work through a few more people and then I'll need to come off. But thank you so much for being here. Tracy, should I move on from Jason? Tracy, this is for you. Energies between you and Jason. Let's have a look what's going on. Energies between you and Jason. King of Wands. So this is... The King of Wands actually brings positive energy through. The King of Wands, it talks about there still being a strong connection here, because it's about what we desire, it's about passion, and it's like we see all this kind of red, which is about warmth, passion, like the emotions still run high here. So this card would sort of tell me that there is still a lot between you, and really that this King of Wands still does want to come forward and does have something to offer. If it's enough for you, that, is it that it's about that the practical side of things doesn't work? That could be the King of Wands, because the King of Wands, it's almost like the passion is there, but your lifestyles maybe could be very different, or they haven't got their sort of practical side together. You won't commit, yeah. So it's this kind of like that the attraction is there, the charisma is there, but let's just have a look about particularly on the commitment side, how to kind of deal with that really. The Chariot, so again, this is like forward moving energy of like that it doesn't feel to me with these cards coming through that it's over. So it's like the Chariot is about things moving forward and progressing, and it's almost like a force field that maybe the attraction is so strong that you sort of feel pulled in that direction, when it's almost like that you can't say no. Obviously we all have freedom of choice to walk away from that, but I still see like there's unfinished business here. There's another cycle even for you to go round, because the Chariot is like, in the traditional deck, it's like this chariot of horses, being pulled along by them. So it's obviously up to you if you feel like with the King of Wands that they, like I say, that it can be like that, the passion and the attraction is there, but they haven't practically, or like say if it's a commitment issue. But the Chariot tells me that this story isn't over, and that there's another sort of going in for another round is still looks to me what will happen. So I hope that helped. I don't know, it's almost like it didn't. Obviously we have freedom of choice, but I feel like that the attraction and the pull is so strong, that I see you reconnecting and going in again, if that's what you want. It might be too painful, you might feel done, but the opportunity, I suppose it's like the ball will be in your court if you want to revisit that. Things look, there will be another cycle there for you to go through and to go reconnect with them if you want. I hope that helped. Ball is in your court, I would say. Okay. Sean, right, I'm just going to do 2 more readings. I think Sean and Lucy, and then I'll come off, guys. So Sean, what was your question? Sorry, I'm just trying to find it now. Sean. Sean, can you post your question again if I've missed it? I'm sorry. One second, I'm just going to read these. There we go. Am I speaking with your person? What do you mean, am I speaking with my person? As in, are you speaking with your soulmate? Is that what you mean? Or I can look at the energies between who you are speaking with. The one. I can look at, like I said, I don't do yes, no questions, but I can look at the energies between you and the person that you're speaking with and see what's the potential. You know, does it look positive? Does it look more stagnant? Let me have a look. Message for Sean, with the energies between Sean and her person, please. Page of Cups. This is a genuine offer. This is a genuine, like, as in the real deal. So Page of Cups, this is someone who, so I know, so if you're talking to more than one person, the person who's come through, they have a more cautious energy. So the Page of, it can be like an earth sign, so Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, or that can be prominent in their astro chart. But their kind of nature is more reserved, and they kind of hold back. They don't rush in. But the progress that they do make and the offer that they do have is genuine. Page of Cups is an offer of love, of romance, so that it's like their emotions are really in it. But it can be more, like I say, just sort of a more cautious, slow moving energy. It can require as well, like you'll need to go with the flow with this person, and you'll need to allow things to unfold naturally and not push the situation. So if you're okay to take things slow, take things steady, then this, like I say, there is a genuine offer here. Page of Cups is an offer. That's something I've said. What was that? Sorry. So if you're okay with that, like I say, but it's they're kind of a more, the person who is the real deal with the love offer, like I said, I'm just picking up on a more reserved, gentle energy. And that's the kind of the one, I guess, the one who I would say is genuine in their feelings and is coming towards you with a real offer. Possesses that kind of energy. They're not coming in hot and heavy, they're coming in gentle, but the offer is real. So it's okay to, I feel like this is something really positive to pursue. And like I say, if you intuitively already know that you need to go with the flow and allow it to, look at this sort of like this water here, like the river, it's like it will carry you, it'll carry you in a nice direction, but just don't force the issue. I hope that helped, Sean. Okay, just one more question, guys, and then I'm gonna come off. I think it was Lucy. I don't know if you're still here actually. Just gonna try and go Lucy, Lucy, Lucy. Are you still here? Post your question if you can. Lucy, Lucy. No problem, Sean. Hope it helped. It's nice to see that. Hey, a real genuine offer there. Will I enjoy it? Let's have a look at the energies around your new job. This is the last one, guys. And then I will do a collective reading, so like a past, present, future, for everyone who didn't get a reading. Like I say, I'm doing lives regularly now, so I hope to catch you again. If you want to give me a like and a follow, just to keep up with when I am going live. And I am looking to, in the future as well, start doing like longer, more in-depth readings at a later date. But this is for Lucy, and then I'll do the collective read. Energies surrounding Lucy's new job, please. What will Lucy's new job be like? This was an interesting one. Temperance. Beautiful card, Major Arcana. This is a card of harmony, Lucy. So this is a card of peace and harmony. So very positive energy to come through, because a new job, it can often be so scary or hectic, but this is actually sort of quite an unusually calm card. It's also a card of patience, as in maybe if you're wanting to make your mark, so to speak, or it will just sort of tread gently. That's what the energy is, almost like to come in softly is initially that kind of energy. It's quite gentle. It's not this really kind of, not to maybe come in really full on. But for you to be harmonious as well, to try and find that harmony, find out what the energy is, of how a business and how the people operate, to kind of tune into that and to align with that as well. But I see this as harmonious, I see it as peaceful. Have that kind of patience, which I spoke of not trying to rush the process of maybe settling in. Don't try to rush the process of settling in, or if you're wanting to progress in this company even, but allow you to find your feet, settle in, take it gently, and lead with that energy of harmonizing with those around you. But I do see this is a very positive card, very hopeful, doesn't look toxic, doesn't look frantic. It looks harmonious and calm and pretty peaceful compared to what maybe you might imagine a lot of workplaces can be. So I hope that helped. A positive card that came through there. Right, I'm going to do the collective reading now for everyone who I missed. So I'm going to do a past, present and future just before I end this live. Like I say, if you want to give me a like and a follow, that would be so much appreciated, and then you'll be notified when you see if I'm going live again, which I am doing regularly. You can also find me on YouTube. I do lives over there, and I've got lots of pick a card readings like in the video library over there as well, if you enjoy them. No problem, Lucy. Really nice card there for your new job. Looks really nice, peaceful. Past, present, future, collective. Oh God, dropped all the deck there. Past. So this is a collective reading. 4 of Pentacles. Funny enough, this has come through quite a lot. 1 second. So this is about, I always see this card of in the past, it's about feeling quite scared of moving on from a situation and feeling quite stuck in a kind of, it's almost like holding on to something or a situation too tight. and being in that lack mindset. It's almost like, you know, if we've got a job that we kind of really hate, but it's really hard to leave that security of kind of, say, a place that you've been there for a long time, or if it's a relationship even, or a connection with someone and it's not serving you and you know that it's not enough, but it feels too scary to let go of, and maybe not wanting to be alone, the fear it's better to have someone than no one kind of energy. So that's the past. The present is the High Priestess. This is a major arcana, really beautiful card. And the High Priestess is about the need to really go within and trust our intuition. So stop trying to operate so much from this head over heart. The intuition is always our best guide. Like, trust our gut is always the best way. Even though we can rationalize and tell ourselves, you know, that this is the most logical step to take, but it's our gut that every time that wins out and guides us correctly. And it's about honing that skill really with the High Priestess. So every day we can make inroads into sort of sharpening our intuition and increasing our intuition. And so that little voice inside of us that can start out as a whisper even, that says, you know, this is the right thing to do. The answers are always inside of us, and our intuition, if we can just quiet down enough, quiet our minds enough to listen and follow our gut. And the more you follow your gut, the stronger that gets, basically. And it's also about, I just see in contrast of this, sort of moving from the Four of Pentacles to the High Priestess. It's like moving away from that feeling of lack and into a feeling of more abundance, which our instinct always has as well, about trusting. And then the future energies, the Moon, another major arcana. Again, this is kind of really about receiving positive results from following your intuition. The Moon always says, like, to make moves forward even in the dark. That's what it says to me. So don't wait until maybe you have all the information, or until everything is lined up in the right way, until it's almost like you'll never know the full story. Like, if things feel like a mystery, it's almost like, don't wait around before you make a move to have all the information. You can trust your instinct and your intuition again and move forward. And it's also about your insecurities being unfounded and not letting the unknown sort of feed into your insecurities and fear. Let your mind again get the better of you, but instead trusting your gut and moving forward that way. So it's all about taking steps intuitively and kind of shifting the energy out of the headspace and into the heart and into the instinct and intuition. So I hope that helped, guys. I'm sorry, I know I didn't get to everyone. Like I say, I do go, hi sweet, hi everyone. I'm just finished now, so I've been on for a while, but thank you everyone for being here. I will be doing more lives. You can, like I say, also do them on YouTube, and you can find a lot of pick a card video readings there. But wishing you all love and light, and hopefully I will see you again. All the best.